Hello, my name is Amira. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. If you've clicked this video, you have seen that we will be talking about playing small. Something that I've noticed that I've been doing for the past decade is I have been playing small, and it is time for us to stop playing small. And if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes because I really want to make sure that I convey the ideas that I have allotted for this video. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So playing small comes from being in our comfort zone. We're playing small because we want to stay comfortable. You don't want to embarrass yourself in front of others, so you commit to this idea that it's easier for you to play small, play it safe, for that false sense of security, honestly. And it's easier to obtain. But why do what's easy when you can do what's challenging? Because that ultimately is where you will grow and blossom. Playing bigger will be uncomfortable, right? But it's in that discomfort where we will grow, where we will blossom, where we will be our idealized versions of ourselves. And ultimately, what comes from being in that discomfort and reaching that ideal life, that ideal version of yourself, is a sense of accomplishment, a sense of peace, a sense of gratitude, a sense of just overwhelming love for yourself, because you are ultimately living on your own terms and how you designed your life to be. And that's something to be so proud of, so happy with, and that's something that is achievable for all of us. And being in that place where you're so happy with your life and with yourself is ultimate freedom. Something that kept me from missing out on becoming this idealized version of myself ultimately was me. It's nobody else's fault. It's totally my fault. But the power in accepting 100% of the blame, and ultimately you're accepting 100% ownership over your life, is that you know you have the power to change it. That's why I don't blame it on anybody else. Yes, we've experienced so many traumas, so many things can mold you into who you are, but it's you that ultimately has control over your life now. At this moment, you can be your idealized version of yourself tomorrow. That's how much power you have to harness. And it's easy, again, easy is comfortable. It's very easy to place blame, to project, to say this is the reason why this has happened to me. This is why I am the way I am. I can't change it. No. Accept full 100% ownership over your life and know that you have the power to change your life, and it is nobody else's fault. So examine where those limiting beliefs are even coming from. Think of yourself as a baby. When you were a baby, when you used to eat, you were fully immersed in whatever you had in your mouth. You were looking at the color, you were exploring, you were tasting it, you had it all over your face. It didn't matter. You didn't care how you looked. You didn't care what other people thought. You were fully immersed in that moment, because that's what we do as babies, as infants, as children, is we are completely present. We're free to be ourselves. We're very creative. We're exploring, we're learning, we're sponges for the world. But what happens in the process is that other people put their limiting beliefs on us, their fears on us, their ideas on us, and we absorb all that information, and then we start to show up as an adult, a teenager, with self-limiting beliefs that have been put onto you. It's your time to take that ownership, take your power back, and realize that you can change all of those self-limiting beliefs by taking action. That is what I was missing. I was not acting on all the things that I wanted to do because I was holding myself back with my self-limiting beliefs, my fears, my doubts, that lack of confidence that ultimately stops you from showing up as your idealized version of yourself, which we can do and we have the power to do. We have to energetically connect to our idealized versions of ourselves. How does she feel? What does her morning and evening routine look like? What are her thoughts about herself? What does her life look like? And then once we energetically connect to those feelings of our best versions of ourselves, the universe starts to really move and mold into what you want. And when you energetically connect to those feelings of that idealized version of yourself and you reach that higher frequency, you start to attract all of the things that you want, all of the things that you want to do, all of the experiences. Say you want to work with brands, those brands start making their way to you and everything starts to be magnetic. But you have to start to do the inner work here. Do the shadow work. Find out what are those beliefs that are holding you back. Get clear on what has been stopping you and start to show up as that version of yourself that doesn't believe those stories. You can change the story. This is your story. This is your life. You can always change to another page and start a new chapter at any moment of your life. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, what race you are. You can be and do whatever you want to do in this world. You just have to change your mindset. You have to start reading books and changing that frequency, changing that story that you are replaying in your head. Let go of those self-limiting beliefs so that you can find and connect to your idealized version of yourself. Be in tune with who you really are, and then the universe starts to move and mold into the direction that you need it to be. Brands start reaching out to you. You get that ideal job, that dream career that you're looking for. You meet your ideal mate, your soulmate that's perfect for you. You start to connect because you have harnessed your power. You have harnessed that deep self-love and that deep confidence of yourself, which will attract the people, the things, the places, the experiences that you want and you deserve and that you desire. Know that you are deserving of every dream that you have in your mind and in your heart. Get that imposter syndrome out of your head and silence the noise. All of that outside noise, it's not doing anything for you. It's slowing your process down. Stay locked in with that vision that you have. Everything great in this world has started with an imagination, with a thought. And then someone wrote it down, and then someone acted on it. That's how everything exists. This phone that I'm recording on, these buildings were all drawn up, and it started in someone's imagination. So just know that we have that same power. We have that same power to create. We can create whatever we want. You just have to harness that belief in yourself. And you do that by reading, by digesting the right information. Start blocking off all this negativity. Get that stuff off your social media. You need to align with the right information that keeps your head in the right mental space, because what's up here will take you far, and what's up here will hold you back. It's up to you to absorb the right information. And love yourself in the process. This is not going to be easy. When you start to do that shadow work, when you start to write down what those limiting beliefs are, get those stories out of your head, it might bring up a lot of emotions, a lot of unwanted trauma that you haven't even dealt with, that you've been just kind of put into the wayside. All of those things affect your subconscious. And something that's interesting is that I believe 5% of our actual thoughts are conscious, and 95% of what we're doing is subconscious. And your subconscious is ruled by everything that's just deeply rooted in your brain. So our work here is to get clear on what we want. Really examine what it is that you want. What's your ideal life look like? What does the best version of yourself look like? How does she sound? What are the things that she does on a daily basis? What is her morning and her evening routine? Where does she work? Who is the person that she dates? What kind of car does she drive in? What neighborhood does she live in? Who are her friends? What are the things that she does for fun? Just really get as clear of a picture as you can of that best version of your life first. And then once you have a very clear vision of what it is that you want and who you want to be, cut everything else out that does not match. Cut those activities out that don't match. Cut that social media noise, those accounts that we follow for no reason, friends that we follow that we don't talk to, all they do is post negative stuff. Get that out of here. It's not helping you. It's only holding you back because it's limiting how you feel. It's limiting what you think about, and it's distracting you from achieving what it is that you want to achieve. So get all of that noise out. If it's a person that's your family or your friend, you don't want them to see that they unfollowed you, mute them. Mute their stories, mute their posts. You do not have to absorb all of the information that's being presented to you. Only follow those accounts that really pour into you, that give you substance, that inspire you, that positively impact you. Everything else, cut it out. So once you start to really peel back the layers of yourself, peel back the layers of the external world, of whatever is creating noise, and you're clear on that picture, on that best version of yourself and of your life, and have this feeling of knowing that what you want to do, who you want to be, is already available to you. It's already making its way to you. You're just getting those limiting beliefs out of the way so that you can energetically connect with your idealized version of yourself. We literally hold ourselves back because we're so scared of what other people will think. And that is not your responsibility. How someone feels about you has nothing to do with you. Honestly, you can't control what anybody else thinks. You're leaning into those people-pleasing tendencies when you start to act, when you start to do the things that other people want you to do. Or you don't do the things that you want to do because of how someone else may feel. The thing that we need to get clear on is you can't control what someone else thinks or how someone else feels. You can do everything perfectly according to you, and they still might not be happy. That is not your assignment. Your assignment is to control how you feel, worry about your thoughts, and control your actions. You can't be out here worrying about what everybody else thinks about you. Do what you want to do. Live your life. We're here on borrowed time. Why are we wasting time caring about what someone else thinks? It does not serve us. And when we serve ourselves to the highest power, we're ultimately serving others in the best way possible. When we start to show up 100% authentic to ourselves and our desires, we are actually creating and fostering a community around us and best serving all of those people around you with your talents, with your gifts, because now you're being 100% genuine to what you want and who you are. And that is when we harness our own power, and that is when we are connected to our idealized life. It's in those places where we best serve others and we are able to share our purpose. That is when we're able to live our truth and when we are able to live and honor our wants and our desires. So something that really helped me, that I was able to really examine where some of these beliefs are coming from, is journaling. So I have some journal prompts to share that really helped me, and I hope that they also help you examine where a lot of these thoughts, these feelings, and these limiting beliefs are coming from and how they've held us back and how we can move forward. So number one, what do you truly want in life? I want to be free. I want to be a digital creator. I want to be my own boss. I want to live a life on my own terms. I want to have multiple streams of income. I want to live where I want to live. I want to work when I want to work, and I want to help as many people as I can. I want to impact as many people as I can. I want to foster a community of other dreamers, of other achievers, of other people who love adventure. I want to help as many people as I can achieve all of their goals in life. Number 2, what are some of the self-limiting beliefs that have held me back from achieving that? The fear of the unknown, my fear of failure, my fear of looking stupid online, my fear of not achieving what I want, my fear of getting in front of a camera and talking to people that I don't know, the fear of judgment. I mean, there's such a long list of self-limiting beliefs. And number 3 is what has concluded from having those beliefs. I didn't start my channel a long time ago. I didn't write my travel blog that I wanted to a long time ago. I haven't been able to connect with as many people as I probably could have had I started years ago. And the thing that's interesting is a lot of the things that you want to do, you eventually will still do them. All you're doing is slowing down the process. Or I'm literally doing everything that I wanted to do, but now it's like 5 years later than I could have been doing it. I could have been having impact, connecting with people, doing all the things that I really want to do, teaching yoga, retreats, giving discovery flights to girls that haven't ever flown so that they can experience what it's like to be on planes. I could have been doing all of these things for so much longer. All I've done, I'm proud of myself for one, is that I've done it. But 2, I'm just doing it way later. But better late than never, right? So I encourage you to just get started today. You're gonna do it anyways. It's gonna pull at you so much that you eventually do it. So just start that business, write that book, go talk to that guy that you like, start that website, get your blog going, open up a YouTube page, film the video, go back to school, finish school, graduate college, get your degree, become a parent. All of these things are going to be hard. They're all going to require us to reach another level of ourselves. It's going to require us to overextend ourselves in some way because we need to expand, we need to grow. And it's in that growth where you will blossom, where you will flourish, where you will reach that idealized version of yourself. But you have to allow yourself to do it first. Write down the evidence that you have against that belief. So for me, I now have friends that are YouTubers, and I now have friends that have blogs. I now have friends that are influencers. I now have friends that are stay-at-home moms. I now have friends that are living their best versions of their lives. I have friends that have achieved a lot of the goals that they've set out for themselves, and it allows me to see that this is possible. It's not a fantasy. This is so possible. It is so tangible, and I can do it for myself, but I have to stop doubting myself. I have to stop those self-limiting beliefs. I have to stop telling myself that I'm not deserving. All of that stuff goes out the door. We got to show up as the best version of ourselves every day. And we have to nourish our soul, we have to nourish our mind, we have to consume good content, we have to absorb all the positivity and the optimism possible so that we can increase those frequencies, eat better foods, talk to people that lift us up, and subtract everything else that's taking away from our life. Declutter your space. Clear out the negative so you can make room for the positive. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. I believe that you can be whatever you want to be. I believe in us. I know that we can get there. I know that we can do all the things that we wanted to do, meet all the people we want to meet, experience everything that we want to in this life that we have been so blessed and honored to have. Let me know what came up for you from this discussion and from these journal prompts in the comments below. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for being here with me, listening with me, talking with me. Thank you for commenting below. Thank you for interacting with my channel. It really helps me grow if you like this video, if you've enjoyed what you've heard, and if you subscribe to my channel. I'm still a growing, blossoming YouTuber. I promise to keep showing up as authentically as I can as myself, share who I am with you. Please leave any feedback that you have in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for all of you that have taken the time out of your day to watch this video, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.